Hey everybody, Katie Sutton here, intuitive channel and founder of Zen Within Academy and the New Earth Now School with your Zen Withins'day update. I'm actually recording this a day early because we're leaving tomorrow to host our embodied way shower retreat, and we're going to be setting up all day tomorrow. I'm inside today because it is incredibly hot here in the South. I'm set up in front of my sacred altar for today, so you all have something pretty to look at while you listen. I want to talk with you about one of our energetic themes this month, which is releasing arrogance. I want to flip it a little bit on its head and talk with you about it from a different perspective. As I've been working with this theme, I am just impressed by how incredibly powerful this very simple teaching has been for me and my process of moving through difficult things. So I thought it would be prudent to talk with you a little bit about what I've been experiencing and see if it might help you as well. So as this theme has been present and I have been working with the energies, what I'm noticing, and I mentioned this in the energy update, is that the real essence of it is to practice being in the not knowing, being in the ignorance, being in curiosity. And I think ignorance might be a triggering word, right? Because we typically think of somebody who's ignorant as that's a negative perspective. But what I want to talk with you about is the difference between being in empowered ignorance and being in disempowered ignorance. When we're in a disempowered ignorance place, we are in a victim. We are in a, I don't know what to do. This is overwhelming. I have no idea how to do this, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. And I don't think anybody's going to help me. I don't really know how to make this happen. We're in that place, that victimized place. And certainly we may all have those moments where we need to be seen in that. But then we can begin to shift into a empowered ignorance, which is more of an empowered not knowing, an empowered curiosity, which says, I really don't know what to do here. I don't know how to make this work. I don't know how to interpret these energies and how to change what's happening in my life. I don't really know what to do here. I feel stuck and I feel like I need to surrender because I don't know what next steps to take. And if you listen to the way that I speak that, there's a difference energetically between those two things, even though what I'm saying sounds similar. The intonation and the intention behind those words. One is shut down and powerless and feeling like you don't know how to proceed and that the universe is not on your side, nobody's helping you. The other is, hey, I don't really know what to do here, and I am opening to an energy greater than myself, whether that be God, creator, source, angelic helpers, ancestors, people in my life, teachers, guides. I'm opening to an energy greater than myself, somebody that has a different perspective, an expanded perspective. I'm opening into this not knowing, and I'm wanting to get clarity. I'm wanting to receive information. I'm wanting to receive guidance and wisdom. And I don't know about you all, but I can tell the difference in my body when I'm coming from a place of empowered not knowing versus disempowered not knowing. And one feels like surrender and letting go and opening to receive and openness. And the other feels very shut down and sad and lonely and separate. And I'm not saying that either of these energies, these ways of being, are bad. I'm just saying that if you want to work with this energy of August and what it's really asking you to do, it's to be more in that empowered not knowing or empowered ignorance state. And sometimes when we're in that state, what happens is we can get really curious and we may be shocked about the information or the guidance or the direction that comes in. There are some astrological influences this month with Venus, and it is impacting the way that we do relationships and the way we relate to ourselves and the way that we relate to our joy in life. And some of you might notice that there are some really big awarenesses that come in if you can lean into the not knowing, if you can lean into this state of openness. And you know, what I've witnessed is there are things that I am trying to anchor and trying to move forward in, that I'm being called to do work in and called to experience so that I can guide others. And when I sit in this place of empowered not knowing, empowered ignorance, I am able to be more open to what Spirit is guiding me into and the teachings and the downloads that are coming in. My mental body is more in a state of openness and not so shut down and assuming that it understands everything. I think this is really important because we are moving into such a time where the way that things have been done in the past we know is not working, and the way that things are going to be done in the future to try to bring in the unity consciousness and the new earth vibrations and the unconditional love and all of those things that we really want, the peace, the clarity, the connection, we are going to have to go in alternate directions, out of the box ideas and in unknown places to solve some of the things that are happening on this planet. And so I really look around at the people that I think are doing amazing work in the world, and they always come from this place of humility, and they come from this place of saying, yeah, I might know this thing over here or think that I understand it, but tomorrow my truth could be different because I'm constantly learning and evolving and I'm doing my inner work and growing as an individual. And so sometimes I wonder if we get so stuck in being afraid of the not knowing that we shut down our openness because we feel if we don't know, then we're going to be looked at negatively or we're going to be seen through a lens of judgment. But we're all human, and I don't think any of us are very good at it. I know that I'm certainly not most of the time, especially when it comes to really complicated relationship dynamics. It is challenging. And so if we can stay in a state of, I don't really know if I know what I'm doing, and maybe I'm screwing this up, and maybe there's an opportunity for growth here, and I need to make some changes. If we can stay in that state of openness, I think our relationships and our connections with others can be much more fruitful. So that's my kind of little message for you all today. It's a little bit shorter today because I have a lot of things that I still need to pack, including most of the things that are on this altar. But if you all would like to join us in a future retreat experience, we're having another one at the end of October, which is a Vision Quest retreat, a rite of passage initiation retreat, where we're working with nature and the elements and Mother Earth and releasing things that are not serving and stepping into a new version of yourself. That's at the end of October. I'll put that below this video. And then I am really excited. I just signed on to be a guest teacher at my friend Ruthie Cohen Joyner's retreat, her beach retreat that she does every year in South Carolina. That's the middle of October. So I'll put some more information about that below this video as well. If you use a special code, you get an extra $100 off the price. I'm going to get back to packing and doing all the things that I need to do to get ready for this retreat and the 20 beautiful souls that are coming to join us. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next week.